Alright, I guess it's time to start making the first game for this channel. What I need to do though is create a plan and let you know what my plan is. So let's do that. So this right here will be you, the player, and then this will be your gun, and you aim this by moving it around the screen. And then when you click, it'll go pew pew, and that'll be how you kill the enemies. Now the idea is that I want to be able to make it so that when you hit the mouse button, this will flip and become a shield, and it'll work in the same way. It follows the mouse around, but it will absorb enemy bullets, which will give you more ammo to use against them. So I'm going to be using a program called Unity, and for those of you that don't know, it is the state of being united or joined as a whole. Bad jokes aside, Unity is a game engine. You make games in it. So like a true professional, I decided to set up a Trello board with all my needs, and it's time to get started. Please note, what you're about to witness was extremely stressful because I am not an artist. I also forgot to mention that this is the main player character for the game. Okay, so we've got our player here in the scene, and I've got this little black platform right here. So I guess the next thing to do is to get my player touching the platform. Hopefully, if I just add a rigid body 2D to the player, and a 2D circle collider. See if that looks good. Looking good. Hopefully then, when I press play... So I decided to change the colour scheme of the player, the background and the platform just to make the scene look a bit more pleasing. And then it was time to dive into some code. Now the first thing I needed to set up was the player movement. Now, I don't know if many of you out there code yourselves, but let me just show you, it's the time of your life. I mean, look at me. I'm loving it. It was time to test what I had done. Yeah, that's not quite right. After tweaking a few settings and tweaking the code a little bit, the player can now successfully move left and right and jump. The next thing to do was to implement the gun and shooting mechanics. But first I had to draw the gun. Oh, and the projectiles. Yeah, I know. I'm an artistic genius. To get the gun following the mouse, I used Sokotoa to work out the angle that the gun needed to be at to shoot the projectiles. I then made it so you could left click to shoot a projectile, and then when you press the right click button, you'll change into shield mode. Hopefully the shield mode will make more sense in a later devlog. The last thing I wanted to do this week was add some post-processing effects, or as I like to call it, PP. The jokes really write themselves. I drew a little headband for my character, which I wanted to glow. So to do that, I added in the universal render pipeline, which essentially helps make your games look pretty, and then used shader graph to create a shader I could use to make the headband glow. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out, and I hope to use this later when I decide to add in things like particle effects. So there we go. This is the end of my first devlog. A little bit of reflection, I suppose. I realised watching the video back my mic sound is a little inconsistent. I think I worked that out part way through, but you're going to have to put up with that. Hopefully I'll have that fixed in the next devlog. This video might seem a bit all over the place as well. It's because I've been trying different types of editing and different ways out. I think I'd quite like the style where I narrate over what I'm doing. just seems like an easier way to make jokes and make it entertaining and engaging, but let me know what you think. Hopefully I shall get straight back into making progress on the game, and I hope that when the game's a little bit more in a prototypey state, I will upload the prototype to itch.io, and hopefully you can all play it and give me some feedback. So anyway, if you liked what you've seen, like and subscribe. If you're already subscribed, I hope you stay with me, and I'll see you next time.